Hey everybody, this is Chef Franklin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. What shall I render unto you? The love of food or the love of how food is presented? Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and put your comments down. And today I am just going to work on a really quick lunch. I'm going to have me some garlic and butter shrimp pasta, and I'm just going to work it out real easy. So come on and join me. The first thing I'm going to do is prepare my garlic. I'm going to put some fresh garlic in there. And so I'm going to take that and dice it up and get that in the pan with some great butter and also with some olive oil. Now, the reason why I add the olive oil is just to keep the butter from burning, because the butter does not have a high smoke point. So the olive oil kind of helps out with that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of white wine to it for flavor. These are my shrimp. It's already peeled and deveined. Notice I said it's gonna be a quick, easy lunch, so I don't have to do that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper, salt, crushed red pepper, and also some grated Parmesan. Of course, you can buy the Parmesan shredded. This is what I already have in the refrigerator, so that's what I'm going to use. So before I start cutting, I'm going to turn my heat on and get my pan hot. It's got some water in it, so I'm going to get that cleared out. So yeah, this is what I'm doing today. It's going to be a really light lunch. It's not going to be an Alfredo, okay? This is a garlic and butter shrimp pasta, and it's over linguine. All right, so that's the big pasta that you usually use for Alfredo, but like I said, I'm not going to make Alfredo today. I want it to be kind of light and buttery and really good flavor. And I want to talk a little bit about the shrimp. So when you are cooking them, you want to make sure that you don't overcook it, because it only takes a moment. And if you overcook those shrimp, they're going to become rubbery, right? So you kind of want to go under when it comes to that. Don't overcook it. All right. Now, for your pasta, whenever you're cooking pasta, add some salt to it, because the last time I checked, pasta didn't have any flavor to it. So you add some salt to that water, and in case you're asking how much, you want enough salt where it tastes like the sea. All right, so this is almost ready because I had already started, okay, because I'm trying to make this really quick. I am hungry. I went and got my workout today. I walk 2 miles and I do something for my abs, and it just makes me feel really good. It gives me some energy. So if you're ever unsure about whether your pasta is ready or not, you go through the old tasty test. And so what we're looking for is al dente. This is perfect. And al dente basically means to the tooth. So you don't want it to be mushy or feel hard or to be chewy. It's just like right to the tooth, and it still has a little bit of a bite to it. So my pasta's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and drain it. I'm gonna leave a tad bit of the water on it just until I finish up with my shrimp. So I'm waiting for my pot or my pan to completely dry, and it is there. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and add some oil first. Olive oil. It's about, a couple of tablespoons or so. And then I'm gonna add butter, because butter has all the great flavor. And remember, I said I didn't want to add the butter by itself because it doesn't have a high smoke point, and then it starts to burn, and that's not what I want. Because if it starts to burn, it gets all that burnt flavor in here, and it just doesn't taste good. All right, I'm gonna let that melt out, and I'm gonna pour off a little bit more of this water, because it's not gonna take long. Okay, so I'm gonna get my garlic in. All of that fresh cut garlic. And I'll go ahead and add the shrimp. Shrimp has a little bit of water on it, so make sure that yours doesn't, because when it has water on it, it causes the grease to pop up. Right? Okay. So I'm just going to use my spatula on this to get those stirred and cook out some, and then I'll go ahead and add my seasoning. Add some salt and pepper to this. Now this dish is literally to taste. So I'm not going to really give you out any measurements in regards to how much salt and pepper to use. When I'm going in with my 2 fingers here, I'm sprinkling. I'm going to go just 2 times there, okay? You don't need a whole lot of salt, because remember, you're going to add the Parmesan cheese to it, and it has some salt in it as well. All right? That's seasoned up. And I will add my crushed red pepper in just a moment. And I'm also going to add some, since I don't have any fresh parsley, I'm going to add some dry parsley to this, just, to finish it off and give it that nice little flavor. See, those shrimp are looking really great. And I'll say that my pan is a little bit overcrowded. One thing about it is you don't want to overcrowd your pan, because if you do, it'll start to steam and it doesn't really necessarily give you the effect that you want. I'm doing a really quick lunch. I'm hungry here. And then plus I'm going to add some white wine to it, so it doesn't really much matter in regards to that steaming. But if you were trying to get a little bit of color to your shrimp, then of course you want to not overcrowd your pan. Okay, these are looking pretty good. Oh no, one fell over to the side. That happens sometimes. Can't let it go to waste. All right. So I want to make sure that these are all evenly cooked up. Okay. So now I am going to add my crushed red pepper, because I want a little bit of spice to come to that. And then I'm going to add some wine here. I'm going to turn my temperature up some. Add a little bit of that wine flavor. Because what I'm doing is creating a sauce here. And I'll let that cook out just a bit, I want it to reduce just a little bit. So if you're going to add wine to it, make sure that you add it before your shrimp start to cook all the way, because you have to let this wine reduce, and then if you take your shrimp too far, it's going to overcook. So when you get ready to add that wine, make sure those shrimp are still partially undone, and then basically it finishes off with that wine flavor. All right. So you let that cook down some, and as you cook wine down, it doesn't taste like wine when you're drinking it. It tends to, the flavor kind of sweetens, and it just really combines very, very well with those shrimp. And then I'm going to take it and pour it over my pasta, or add my pasta there, and then put some cheese on top of that. Make sure that pasta is dry. Yeah, it's going to be a really good, fast, filling lunch for today. Right. So you may have some pasta left, and if you do, of course, you can do some different stuff with that. You know, I like to eat my pasta with, make it noodles kind of deal. All right, I'm gonna turn my shrimp off because I don't want them to overcook. Okay, stir that in. I'm gonna add some cheese to that. Yeah, I like a lot of cheese. Okay. Okay, pull them together and just add just a tad bit more salt there. Tad bit. And a tad bit more black pepper on that. And boom, we are ready to go. All right, I'm gonna take a little taste of this before I put it in my plate. And I suggest you try this recipe, which is very simple. Remember, don't forget to go to my comments and post down there about this simple recipe and any other recipes that you may be interested in. So let's see here, I'll try the shrimp first. So quick. Easy. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in on my channel with Chef Franklin. Have a great day.